All right, everybody, coming up on the call now, we have Meloni Montoya. She is a nomad? Is that the same for, a nomad is the same for men and women? I think you're a nomad, right? You have canceled your lease from where you live, and you now are traveling across the country, as you said, chasing the leads, which is an incredible thing to be able to do, to know that you can get a license in any state and to put yourself in a position where through our CRM and through any vendor you want. I mean, FFL, you can buy leads from anywhere. We just have a bunch of vendors that we vetted that you're welcome to use. But your first month, which was last month, you're just having a good time. So without further ado, everybody, please drop an 8 in the comments below to welcome Miss Meloni Montoya on the call. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm fired up each and every day. So what I'd love to do is, I leave a little, the Cliff Notes version, but if you could give the actual book version, give us a little bit on your background and your story, who you are, and let people know, what type of person is someone that writes this kind of business.
Awesome. So I was actually born and raised in a small town in Montana, Billings, Montana. And I moved out to Arizona back in 2019. I did start with an insurance company prior, was there for about a year. And then I left in February. I got contracted here in end of March, April, kind of started out booking, and then really just dove in the last, 4 weeks. So I'm just like, let's go, let's train agents, let's book together, let's travel. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of like the short version of it.
So what do you like? I'd love to kind of hear your insight. Well, let's just kind of finish with the storyline. So you came over in February and did some booking. We're getting started. What was the reason? Why did you come over? What was the reason that you decided to leave where you were?
Definitely the comp, for sure. The ability to, go on a CRM and buy leads wherever you want. Like, you own your book of business. It's my business. No one tells me, hey, you have X amount of leads. Like, I can go buy and do whatever I want. So that's kind of the big thing, but definitely like the comp and, the leaders and just how the people are here in general. Like, everyone's really humble. Everyone just wants to help everyone. And it's so easy to want to gravitate towards, FFL. So yeah.
I like that. That. So tell me about your experience with leads here so far. It's just I want everything, the truth. What is your, first week, third week? I know you're in 8th week, what is your experience with leads, different types? Love to hear about that.
I love the leads, buy the leads, invest in the leads. A bad day, buy more leads. Like, I don't know, the leads fix everything, but I buy a mixture. I love my instance, that's for sure. But the 1 month and the 3-month-olds as well, those are awesome. The happy agents game times, those are also awesome. But really just a mixture, and making sure that you are buying anywhere between 100 to 150 leads per dial day.
Okay.
That's like key.
So then are those all through the CRM? So you're then exporting, do you use phone burner?
I sure do.
Cool. Yeah. It's I don't know why. I don't know. It's like not being a WorkSpots member. It's like, I don't understand why people don't have this tool that makes me able to dial 3 times faster. Yes. So just for people to understand, cause there's a lot of new agents that watch this that just have, fear, doubt, hesitation that they could be able to do something you do. Now, what would be what was your faith or belief in order to push yourself over to where you are now?
Really just anyone can do it. Believing in myself, and it's just not hard. You know what I mean? Like, you just buy the leads, book the appointments, plug in, follow the people who are doing it, ask a lot of questions, like, always be a student. But biggest thing is, your dream life is always going to be outside your comfort zone. So if you want to, be great and do a lot, you're going to have to get uncomfortable. So that's the biggest thing I would say.
So how many dials do you think you're doing on a dial day? If you got 100, 150 leads?
Yeah. So honestly, I'll book literally 8 a.m. sharp, no excuses, 8 to 11. I'll probably, on a day where I'm kind of struggling to book appointments, I need at least 800 to 1,000 dials on my phone burner. I'm not joking. For real. Yeah.
So, and you're doing 800 to 1,000 dials before 11? within 3 hours?
No, I
Okay.
mean, all day,
All
all
day.
day. I won't stop until I get, my goal, like what I need on the
What is your
books for the
goal?
next
How many
day.
appointments do you strive for?
So my days a little different, but I'll dial all day Monday. I need 12 to 15 appointments the next day. And then
Okay.
I'll dial again the next day and then do the same thing the following day.
So you don't run 2 days in a row. You run one
Yeah, big day.
animalistic day. What is your schedule? Like, how do you book them every 45 minutes?
No, every hour on the hour from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m.
So you double book sometimes slots if they're soft. Like
Sometimes, yeah.
I
Because you're
learned
gonna
that.
get the no-shows and things are gonna happen, but
You get it. I mean, if it's running muscle, right? It took time to develop that, right? It took time to get confident enough to go sit in homes and go, all right, I'm gonna do it again. All right, I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna do it again. And the no shows are like, you're like, oh, thank God it's a no show sometimes. But it's just, you keep going. But that's a good tip. Jack White taught me that early on in my career. He said he would always double book 6, 7, and 8 because those are such prime times that if one no shows you at 6 o'clock and you're just sitting there with your, twiddling your thumbs, it's an expensive time to not be running. And if then the other one no shows you, it means one of those is going to no show you, vice versa. Or then the next thing you just book them the next time, right?
Yep.
A book just means that a book after 6 means they're going to be home after 5 o'clock seems like during the week.
Mhm.
So that's very insightful how did you decide, how did you develop that?
I don't know. I just feel like me personally, like booking 2 days out, I just get nervous for the no-shows. So I'm like, let's just book all day today, have the 12 appointments, and then do the same thing. And then just, have, more trainees come out, book with them, show them how to do it, and then have them get in the field with me. Like I want to have a big day. Like I want to have a lot of appointments. So it's more so not like just for myself, but also like our team and whatnot. So they can see and experience.
I love that. So talk me through about the trainees. How does that work? So you're focused on producing, which is what all leaders do. And second is you're focused on recruiting, which is what all agency managers do, right? So tell me how you work that with like a trainee. You said come out. What is your day with them? What is the next day? How does that work?
Right. So typically like Sundays and like Wednesdays are like a travel day to get somewhere, but we'll all get together, let's say it's Sunday, and then Monday, 8 a.m., like 7:30 sharp, we're getting ready to dial at 8 a.m. and they're dialing with me, like I'm helping them dial, like we're filling up the whole following day. And then the following day, they're with me in my car and they're watching me. And, if they want to present, like I'll help them. And that's kind of how we do it. And it's only one day to get there, one day to dial, maybe 1 to 2 days actually in the field. And then
So
it's
you don't
done.
let them go on like multiple days of ride-alongs. It's one day. Watch what I
Yep.
do.
Yep.
You can help me dial. I mean, sometimes did they help you dial too?
Oh
Which
yeah.
they're helping you book your own appointments, which is that's a perk.
Yeah. And typically like a majority of the time they're contracted too. So like today, we have a new girl out here in Florida and, we started dialing at 8, finished about noon, and we already had 13 appointments and she was helping book too. So she knows she's going to be a part of that tomorrow as well in the field.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So let's do, because it seems like if you're able to book up 12 to 15 appointments in a single day, you got the phone script down pretty well. I'd love for us all to hear, and you can just kind of run through it. But what is your, how does your phone script go?
Okay. So, hey, Grady.
Hello?
Hey, this is Mel. I'm just calling in regards to the request you sent into our office about the Florida State regulated life insurance programs. Just to verify real quick, you put down your date of birth as August 19th, 1960. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, cool. And then you put down the delivery address as 123 Main Street. Is that also correct?
Yeah, what was this for again?
Yes, this is for the state regulated life insurance programs, the ones that you filled out online. Is
Okay.
that the correct delivery address you put down?
Yes, that's my house.
Okay, perfect. Now, Grady, when you filled this out originally, were you looking to cover just yourself or did you have a spouse as well?
I'm married, yes.
You're married? Okay, cool. So they do have a Meow in your area tomorrow, servicing about 15 other families. So the day is pretty packed out, but it only takes about 10 to 15 minutes. I just need to verify some prescription medications, ask you a few questions to see what you can qualify for, and then I'll be out the door. Are you currently working like the 9 to 5s or are you retired?
I'm still working.
You're still working the 9 to 5s? Okay, what about your spouse?
She doesn't work.
Okay, cool. So I can do you a favor. We just have to make it quick. I can squeeze you in at either 6 or 7, which would work better for you.
Let's do 6.
6, okay. Go ahead and grab a pen and paper real quick, just so I can leave you with my information, and I'll get you off the phone.
Okay, I got one.
Now, okay, go ahead and write down my name. It's Meloni, Meloni. Write down final expenses so you know what I'm going over. And then Grady, what time did we say the appointment is again tomorrow?
Said 6.
Perfect. Okay, awesome. Just give me a 30-minute window in case I am running behind. Is this a gated community at all?
It is.
It is a gate. Okay, what's the gate code?
Pound 1234.
Awesome. And Grady, is there any reason why you or your spouse would not be home tomorrow night between about 6 and 6:30?
Well, now that I come to think of it, I think she's got bingo tomorrow night.
She's got bingo.
Do you have to come over to the house?
Yes, so
Do
we
this over the
do.
phone?
Unfortunately, no, we cannot do it over the phone. We just need to make sure that you are who you are. No one's going to get insurance in your name. Like I said, it's pretty quick, about 15 minutes, okay?
Okay, I think she could be late to bingo.
She'll be what, late? That's
She can
okay.
be,
She'll
she'll
be
be
late.
late to bingo.
Okay, cool. All right, Grady, I'll see you tomorrow between about 6 and 6:30, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
Cool. That's about it.
It's good. Delivery address was something
Yeah.
that I took away, which was very
Cool.
good. And then something to take care of this. You said something there in the middle that was just spectacular. How long did it take you to develop that?
Honestly, at my my previous company, I would be on the phones all day. So when I made the switch, it was a little different. But I mean, I'm not a pro, so I learn every day. And sometimes I have to adjust my tone, bring it up, bring it down, depending on, how the client is with me. So
Correct. No one books them all, guys, but,
nope.
but you just keep dialing, you'll get good at booking most. And that's a
Absolutely.
pretty cool position to be in, is to be, I mean, were you reading a script just now, or do you just know it?
I know it, but typically every day I have it up just in case.
Have it
'Cause-
just in case, something happens, your phone rings and you get off guard and you need to go, where was I on track? And that's the
Right.
thing that, like, new agents will come here and they'll go, and they'll just like the hymns and the haws, right? The hymn or the haws. Like if someone like you who came from somewhere before, who had success and goes, well, I think I could be more successful here. There's a lot of truth to that, right? It's difficult to walk away from something you're making money at to maybe go make money somewhere else. And the reality though is you've honed and mastered your craft of communication to a level where you just now are in a better place where you're going to be compensated more for the craft you've created. But then we look at new producers and they go, you know what? I tried reading that script to the 3 leads I bought and it didn't work. This doesn't work. And the reality though is like, if I was talking to my daughter, right, who like needs to study a poem for school, and then she gets all frustrated because she can't memorize it after like the 3rd time reading it through. And you're like, that's how I want to talk to new agents sometimes. I'm like, stop being a child. Just memorize the script. Like you don't have to memorize it per se, but like, why don't you read it through 50 times?
Yep.
Right? If you want to come here and make $100,000 a year, but you sit down for the first time, you spent $300 on leads, and you're skeptical to begin with, and you're going to read the script for the first time as you call the first lead, and you wonder why you're frustrated. Right. And then you go, okay, well, how about you just, if this is the thing that I need to read, and I just want to get like Meloni, who's a rock star, who knows her script on the back of her hand, why not just read it through 50 times? And then you'll know it. And then when you call the first lead, you'll know what to say after they say something and just be more confident. That's the thing. Preparedness saves so many people from frustration. And you're prepared because you suffered for 6 months learning other ways to do it till you come here. And now you're like, this is like shooting fish in a barrel, because these are real leads, right? These are people that actually requested insurance coverage. So that's exciting. So a couple of final things. Tell me about your travel trip. Like you said, Sundays, Wednesdays, travel days, like give us some more travel tips. I don't know if everyone's ready to burn their apartment lease and to jump on the road, but you're a nomad and a rebel and someone who's got big goals. Clearly you don't do things like that just to haw and go by. You do something like what you're doing because you want to set production records. You want to stack up your bank account with cash, and you want to inspire others to have faith and trust in you as you go out there and build an agency. So talk to us a little bit about what your travel schedule is like.
Yeah. So Sundays we'll travel somewhere, and then we'll either go to where agents are, or we'll have them fly in, just buy a one-way flight. Mondays we'll book. We each need to have between 100 and 150 leads. 8, we just hit the phones right at 8. We don't stop, till we get our, 12 to 15 appointments the following day. And then we'll run there. And then the following day, we'll book again, depending on if there's leads there or not. and then we'll go to a different place and we'll kind of do the same thing
How do
over
you
and
pick your
over.
places? How do you pick up? Like, what's a number in the CRM or that you would pick? Like, is it based on population? Is it based on Airbnb? Is it based on proximity to the beach? Like, I'm being funny, but I'm also being serious. Like, like, if you were to say, these are the 3 criteria that I pick when I'm going to go somewhere.
Honestly, just the leads. Where are the
Okay.
leads? It doesn't matter if you're by the beach, you're in the city. Sometimes I like to go around the city though, more
Nice.
middle class, I guess I would say.
Sure.
But just wherever there are, depending on how many people are on the trip with us. If there's 4, let's go somewhere where there's like 400 leads, and that is instance 1 month, 3 months, whatever we can get. Like, let's go there. So that's kind of how we do that.
Love it. I love it. Well, it makes sense. You go where the leads are. Go where the leads are, puts you in a good position. People
Yes.
go, I live in a small town. There's 12 people here. Can I be successful selling insurance? Yes, you can. You're gonna have to drive a little bit. I live in a city and there's 7 million people here. Can I be successful selling insurance? Yes, you can. You're gonna have to drive a little bit. Like, this is just, it's a business. So I'd love if you would leave us with any final advice you have to new agents or others that would aspire to come out the gates at 20K and then month 2 knock out 40.
Biggest thing is invest in yourself, like go all in, buy the leads. I mean, if your rent is due in 2 days, buy the leads, because you are going to make the money back and it's going to, prolong the business. But definitely investing in yourself on dial date. That's the only thing that matters, is you booking the phone, you picking up the phone, not, dates with your friend, not the grocery store. You're sitting down, you're disciplined, and you're booking your appointments, because that's your payday. That's, you helping people, and that's you getting paid. Nothing else matters. Biggest advice.
That's it. Focus on what matters today, and it'll pay you tomorrow. So, Meloni, thank you so much. Appreciate you joining us. Congratulations on your quick success, but looking forward to cheering you on as you continue to ascend to the leaderboard and start to build a team as time progresses. Everyone drop a fireball emoji in the comments below to show Meloni some love, and we'll get her out back to her dial day. So thank you very much. Have a wonderful day.
Me too. Thank you.